Well, hey y'all, Ruben's here today and he's helping me make this video. I'm working on this French C tenor tuba. It's in for a full restoration, and it got me thinking about a common, uh, not well understood matter regarding silver strip. Okay, a lot of folks have been taught, including myself, that you're supposed to chemically strip silver plating. I learned later on that that was far from the reality of things. Chemical stripping is really aggressive, and even more so on nickel silver base metals. So like tuning slide tubes on a Bach Stradivarius. You send it out for chemical stripping, you get it back, and the slide tubes are really sloppy loose, and you either wind up having to do a refit and try to tighten them up, which is not kind of conducive with restoring a horn. Now you've got, you've had to stretch tubes and they're not going to fit particularly well. Or you're going to have to retube the whole horn, and that's not exactly something that you want to do either, especially when you're not making any more money off of this and you just made more work for yourself. So just avoid all of those problems. And then the other problem, you send a horn out to have it chemically stripped and it has perfectly good valves, and by the time you get it back, now you're going to be springing for a valve job because you've now taken too much material out of the cylinder walls. So all that aside, that's some of the worst reasons for having things chemically stripped when it comes to silver and gold plating. So all that aside, the way to go about it really is when you're going to do an overhaul, like on a trumpet or a tuba or euphonium, save your money. Just do the dent work, sand it properly, polish it really well. Don't over polish it, do a good job. But like in the case of this bottom bow, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but this has already gone through all of the dent work. Took it into the buffing room, ran it on the tube sanding machine, and got it nice and smooth. All of my tool marks are out. It has a few little specks of some corrosion in it, and we'll go over that again and polish it out, and then sand it one more time. And anyway, when we have all of these parts dedented, sanded, and polished, if it's got splotchy silver all over it, it doesn't matter. If it buffs out and it's nice and smooth and there's no rough spots or anything like that in it, then it will plate over beautifully. Do not do dent work with a belt sander, okay? Do good dent work with your tools. Go in and do your final finishing, smoothing things out and polishing after the fact. You can't sand the dents out. So all of that aside, once everything is polished and reassembled, the metal's clean, it's smooth. Even if it has some silver plate on it still, it may have a lot of silver plate, doesn't matter. It's rare when you're doing a full overhaul that much of the silver actually survives in the end anyway. So go ahead and get it all put back together again, buff it out really good, nice and clear, and send it off for silver, gold, or nickel, and it will plate just fine. Don't panic about it having some silver plating on it. It's not going to hurt anything, provided that initial plating has a good bond. If it's failing, you've already taken care of it. It's sanded or polished off a long time ago. So anyway, all that aside, food for thought. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a jingle. Anyway, y'all have a good day.